Ahoy, mates, it's me. It's your captain, but today, fuck me, we're not at sea. We're not at sea. We should take the hat off. Actually, we should take that hat off. Because what are we doing today? What are we doing today? We're doing another fighting fantasy. Or we're going to try to do one. We're going to try to do one. Today, we are doing... Are you ready for this? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. The City of Thieves. This, I think, is our 6th or 7th attempt at one of these books. I don't know how we're going to get on. We've not been doing especially great at them, but we'll see. We'll see if we can improve. Now, a couple of things we're doing today that we haven't done previously. Number one, we're going to roll our stats for you to see. As you can see on our skill sheet just up there, we've got it's up there. We're reversed apparently. We've got nothing on right now. So we're going to roll that. The only thing we're not going to do, we're not going to do luck rolls. We ditched those last time. Not because we want to cheat, we just really want to get to the end of an adventure one day, and we've been really fucked over by bad luck. So we're going to try not to get fucked over by bad luck by not using luck. And another change, we're not going to use that website anymore for the rolling. You'll see, look, we've got some lovely dice here. We've got red dice for the enemies, blue dice for me, and white dice, I know, just for fun, to make up the numbers. Just for fun. Why not? And also, you might be able to see here, look, here's the old Peppa Pig cup. That's what we've been drinking out of today. There we go. Oink, oink. So, first, shall we start doing our stats? First, we need to do our skill stat. We roll, I believe, one of these dice, and we will add 6 to it, and that constitutes our skill score. Let's hope we roll good. We got 2. Okay, we've got a skill of 8. It's not the worst skill in the world, but it could be a lot better. And then stamina, we roll 2 die, and we add 12 to it. Fuck me. Okay, so we've got 16 stamina. Again, could be better. But we'll make do, right? We'll make do. And we're not going to bother with luck. We're not going to bother with luck. We are ignoring luck. So if we get to a stage where it says make a luck roll, we're just going to pass it. Okay? That's the first cheat we're doing. That's the first cheat we're doing. Perhaps we'll come up with some other cheats as we go. But let's start the story, shall we? Let's begin. Like I say, this is City of Thieves. When was it first published? I don't know. Let's find out. It was first published 1983. This one, though, this version published in 2002. 2002. So, I hope we enjoy it. I'm going to try and enjoy it. We'll see. I'll enjoy it if the game doesn't fuck me, is how I'll enjoy it. So, going to read the blurb first. Let's read the blurb. Terror stalks the night as Zanbar Bone and his bloodthirsty moondogs hold the prosperous town of Silverton to ransom. You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and the merchants of Silverton turn to you in their hour of need. Your mission takes you along the dark, twisting streets of Port Blacksand to seek the help of the wizard Nicodemus. But Blacksand is riddled with thieves, assassins, and foul creatures. Should you survive, you must journey to the most terrible place of all, the tower stronghold of the Night Prince himself, Zanbar Bone. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Well, let's start. Let's start. We need to first read the background. Oh, fuck me. Hang on. We've got some more equipment I've neglected to put in here. We always start with our sword and our leather armor and our backpack and a lantern. I'm not going to bother sticking those on our sheet, but we can choose one of the following: a potion of skill, strength, or fortune. We're not going to bother with fortune because we're not using luck, but we will go with the potion of skill. We get 2 doses of it, which when we take one fully recovers our health. We've got 10 provisions. When we take one of those, it recovers 4 of our health, or well, stamina. We're going to call it health, right? Right now we are finally ready to begin. Oh, whoever owned this book before, they've already written all in it. That's all right though. We're keeping it digitally. But I love how they've just written "dead!" exclamation mark next to every enemy that they fought here. Dead. When did this guy die? We'll never know. We'll never know who owned this. I got this for £1.50 from a charity shop. Other shops are available. Right. Here's the background. You are an adventurer in a world of monsters and magic, living by quickness of wit and skill of sword. You earn your gold as a hired warrior, usually in the employ of rich nobles and barons on missions too dangerous or difficult for their own men. Slaying monsters and fearsome beasts in pursuit of some fabled treasure comes as second nature to you. Being an experienced and highly trained swordsman, you allow nothing to stand in your way on your quests. Your success on a mission is always assured, and your reputation has spread throughout the lands. Whenever you enter a village or town, the news of your arrival spreads through the citizens like wildfire, as few of them have ever met a dragon slayer before. I did not know I was a dragon slayer. They're setting the bar a little high for my performance in this adventure, I think, because I'm not sure I'll be slaying many things. We'll see, though. One evening, after a long walk through the outlands, you arrive at Silverton, which lies at the crossroads of the main trading routes in these parts. Great wooden wagons hauled by teams of oxen are often seen rumbling slowly through the town, laden with herbs, spices, silks, metalware, and exotic foods from far-off lands. Over the years, Silverton has prospered as a result of the rich merchants and traders stopping there en route to distant markets. Its wealth is quite apparent, with ornate buildings and richly dressed people aplenty. But as you enter the town gate, something strikes you as not quite right. Ahoy, Jasmine, how are you doing, friend? We're attempting yet another fighting fantasy book. We'll see if we can do it today. The people look nervous and on edge. Then you notice that all the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted over them, and the doors have been strengthened too. Although you prefer your own company to that of others, you decide to stay in Silverton for the night to find out who or what is troubling the people. Oh, mate, you're on the list. Look at it. It says you're a bloody good egg as well. Rusty's parrots got you, friend. As you walk down the main street, a single note from a bell rings out from the tall tower ahead. Then a man shouts, almost desperately, "Nightfall! Nightfall! Everybody indoors!" You see people scurrying around with anxious faces and looking surprised when they see you. Across the street you see a tavern with the words, "The Old Toad," painted on its signboard. As you enter the tavern, a whisper runs through the locals as they recognize you. Some put down their mugs and stare. You're somewhat surprised that none come over to hear tales of adventure. Walking over to the counter, you ask the old innkeeper for a room and a hot tub, but he ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door, pushing 6 large iron bolts into place. Only then does he turn to you and say quietly, "That'll be 5 copper pieces for the room, and 1 more for the tub, in advance, if you please." Rusty's parrot loves you too. Well, he loves you because you keep on showing that parrot love. You reach into a leather pouch on your belt and toss the coins on the counter. He hands you an iron key, but at that very moment there is a loud knocking on the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! Open up! This is Owen Caroliff." Who the fuck is Owen Caroliff? Let's find out, shall we? The old innkeeper shuffles over to the oak door again and slides open the bolts. Then a fat and balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern, looking around frantically. He sees you and walks quickly in your direction, huffing and puffing. He is a man certainly not used to haste. You notice great beads of sweat on his forehead in the pale candlelight of the room. As he nears you, he calls out urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you. Please, sit down. It's important that I speak with you." When he turns to the innkeeper to snap his fingers for food and drink, you can see that he is obviously of some standing in the town, but his face is full of anguish and sorrow. Being curious, you decide to hear what the man has to say. He pulls out a chair for you at the table, bidding you to sit down, and the innkeeper bustles in with a tray laden with hot broth, roast goose and mead. The man in the scarlet robe sits opposite in silence, watching you as you feast as though examining you for some purpose of his own. Finally, as you push your plate away, the man leans forward and says in a low but anxious voice, "Stranger, I know of you and seek your aid. My name is Owen Caroliff, and I am Mayor of Silverton. We are in great trouble and danger. We are living under a curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on huge black stallions with fiery red eyes. It was impossible to see the faces of the riders, for they wore long black coats with hoods pulled over their heads. Their voices were cold, and each word spoken ended with an unnerving hiss. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter Mirelle to stay with their master, Zanbar Bone. No doubt you know that he is the Night Prince. Of course, I refused their demand, and without another word they headed and rode slowly out of the town, heads down and shoulders hunched. I knew then that beneath the cloaks were hidden the skeletal and soulless bodies of spirit stalkers. Zanbar Bone always uses them as his messengers, and they will complete their mission or die in the attempt, and they do not die easily. Only a silver arrow through the heart will release those evil beings from their eternal twilight existence. Who knows what it would take to kill Zanbar Bone? Anyway, that same night after the spirit stalkers left, our troubles began. The Night Prince was angry and determined to harm us. 6 moondogs came, each stronger than 4 men, each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked through the town, entering homes through open windows and killing the poor people inside. Oh, fuck me. Get back. In the morning we counted 23 dead, so we barred our windows and bolted our doors. Yet each night the moondogs return, and we are unable to sleep for fear that they might find a way into our homes. Some people are now talking of sending Morel to Zambar Bone. Those whimpering traitors! I should have them flogged. But what good would that do? There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. Thank you very much. Man, 12,000 you put into that challenge, Jazz. Fuck me. Fuck me. You must just be cleared yourself out of points, man. You must have 0 left. There is a man called Nicodemus who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is home for every pirate, brigand, assassin, thief, and evildoer for hundreds of miles around. I think he lives there just to get some peace from the likes of us. He's an old wizard and is unlikely to come to much harm even in Port Blacksand, for his magical powers are great. He alone is capable of defeating Zambar Bone. He used to be a friend of mine many years ago. We need him, and I beg you to bring him to us. None here dares enter Port Blacksand. You will be well rewarded if you help a stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. You still have a few thousand. Oh my goodness. Well, feel free to use them as you see fit. We've got 30 gold pieces. Let me update that. As Owen Carolith rises, he pulls back his scarlet robe, revealing the finest broadsword you've ever seen. He hands it to you, and, touching the edge of the blade, you are surprised to see a droplet of blood fall from your finger. You then examine the marvellously ornate gilded serpents twining round the hilt. You have never wanted anything so badly in your life before. You stand up and hold out your right arm to Owen. He shakes it eagerly, saying, "You must set off at first light of dawn. The moondogs will be gone by then. I shall be forced to stay the night here also. So let's drink to our destiny, and may the gods be with us." For the next hour, Owen talks about your coming journey, explaining in detail how to reach Port Blacksand. Later, you gather up your backpack and furs and climb the wooden stairs to your room. You sleep uneasily, despite the security afforded by your new broadsword, as you are more than once woken by the sniffing, scratching, and howling of the roaming moondogs outside. By dawn, you are already awake and dressed, and determined to reach Port Blacksand quickly to find this man Nicodemus. As you leave the tavern, a black cat scurries past your feet, and you almost trip. A bad omen, perhaps? Broadsword. It was so tempting to say broadsword as well. How are you doing, bro? You good? Right, now turn over. Oh my goodness, we've got some pictures already. We've got a picture already. Page 1 picture. Page 1 gang. Boom, we can get rid of the cover for now. Let's bring in this picture. Where are you at? Pow. Here we are. The walk to Port Blacksand takes you west some 50 miles across plains and over hills, fortunately without any harmful encounters. Nice shout out. Yeah, well, you know what? We've got to get the Spotify in there. We've got to get the Spotify in there for people like you, Jasmine, you know, who haven't got Spotify yet. You know, there's a free version. You can have it for free. You'll just have adverts, yeah? Eventually, you reach the coast and see the high city walls surrounding Port Blacksand, and the cluster of buildings projecting into the sea like an ugly black mark. Ships lie anchored in the harbour, and smoke rises gently from chimneys. It looks peaceful enough, and it's only when the wind changes that you smell the decay in the breeze to remind you of the evil nature of this notorious place. Following the dusty road north along the coast to the city gates, you begin to notice fearful warnings. Skulls on wooden spikes, starving men in iron cages suspended from the city walls, and black flags everywhere. As you approach the main gate, a chill runs down your spine, and you instinctively grip the hilt of your broadsword for reassurance. At the gate, you're confronted by a tall guard wearing a black chainmail coat and iron helmet. He steps forward, barring the way with his pike, saying, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business, or go back the way you came." We've got 3 options here. Will we tell him that we wish to be taken to Nicodemus, tell him we wish to sell some stolen booty, or attack him quickly with your sword? Well, let's try and do the sensible option each time. I'm going to tell him that I want to see Nicodemus. I'm going to turn to 202, and hopefully we don't die straight away, because we're only, 10 minutes into this. So, 202, take me to see Nicodemus, please. The guard replies that he will send for an escort to take you to Nicodemus. He reaches up to a small bell on the wall of the guardhouse and rings it 3 times. Almost immediately, 2 other guards come running out of the house, and you're surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms. The guard with the pike looks up to the sky and laughs, saying, "So, you want to see Nicodemus, do you? How would you like to see the inside of a dungeon cell instead? Guards, take this fool away to be shackled, and throw away the key." That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm not happy about this one bit. I'm not happy about this. So, will we allow ourselves to be taken away, attempt to fight the guards, or try and bribe the guards? Well, let's see how this plays out. Shall we see how it plays out? We're going to turn to 151. I'm going to keep my finger in this page, though, in case that is the end of our adventure, and then we'll rewind and try another option. But for now, we're going to see how it plays out. We're going to go to 151. Right. The two guards lead you into the guardhouse and take you immediately downstairs to the cells below. There are 4 cells and all are empty except for one, which houses a frail, white-haired old man. The guard unlocks the cell next to the old man's and throws you in, placing your sword on the table outside. The only contents of the cell are a straw mattress and a pail of water. The guards go back upstairs, and as they disappear, the old man gets up off his bed and starts to speak. "You're an outsider, aren't you? Don't reply, it's obvious. Do you want me to get you out free? Give me 10 gold pieces and I'll have you out in 5 minutes. The old man then puts his arm through the bars of your cell with the palm of his hand upturned. If you wish to give the man 10 gold pieces, turn to 351. If you'd rather ignore the old man, turn to 29. I don't know. I'm still curious to see how this might play out. Should we turn to 29? I'm gonna ignore the old man for now. And I hope it's not a mistake. Hope it's not a mistake. You squat down on the mattress and consider what to do next. If you wish to feign illness and throw the iron pail against the bars of the cell to attract the guard's attention, turn to 143. If you wish to inspect the cell closely in hopes of finding a secret escape route, turn to 230. I think the game clearly wants me to escape, doesn't it? It needs us to get out of here. Let's have a look round. Maybe the old man is Nicodemus. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be a coincidence? So, you scratch around in the cracks in the wall and find a loose stone. The old man watches intently as you pull the stone out of the wall. Peering into the hole, you see an iron key. You place it in the lock of your cell and are amazed to feel it turn. Add 1 luck point. We're not doing luck, don't worry about that. With the cell door open, you put the key back in the hole in the wall and replace the stone. You leave your cell and pick up your sword off the table. Then you call out to the guards, telling them that you think they are stupid and that you've seen more life on a troll's breakfast plate than in them. Quickly provoked, the guards rush down the stairs and are surprised to see you waiting for them, sword drawn. You fight them one at a time. Right, so we've got 2 guards to fight. We are busting our way out. Maybe we should have fought that guy to start with, instead of asking to see Nicodemus. So we're rolling proper dice for this. We're not using that thing. So our skill is 8. The first guard's skill is 6. His stamina is 6. We need to hit him 3 times. We need to successfully defeat him. So we're going to be, I'm going to move those white ones. We're going to be the blue dice. He's going to be the red dice. Ow. So he's got 7. We've got 8. We've got more skill than him anyway. So that's 1 damage, or 1 hit. It's 2 damage, really. 1 successful hit to us. Good. Let's keep this up. Let's try not to take a hit from this guy. So 9 for him, 6 for me. That's shit. A hit for him. Because he's only 2 lower than us, isn't he, in our skill? But 3 higher on his dice. Okay, so we'll call that 1 all. Boom. Look at this. Look at these blue dice here. Yeah, you can see the dots, right? Yeah, you can. It's not like you have to take my word for it. So 1 more hit on him, and we're good. And that'll do it. That'll do it. The first guard is down. However, we did take a hit, didn't we? We are down to 14 stamina right now. All right. The next guard, he has a skill of 7 and stamina of 5. I'm not sure the point of that because every hit we take takes off 2 stamina. Oh, although I suppose you can use luck, although we're not. You can use luck to do an additional damage if you can roll lucky enough. Okay, so we'll go again. His skill is 7, so he's 1 below us. We still need 3 successful hits on him. Hopefully, we will prevail and not take too much damage. Boom. So 6 against 4. Fuck me. The hit to him. Oh, we smash that. Look at that. Look at his fucking 3 here. You suck, red dice. You suck. Maybe we should have got weighted dice. These are dice I got really, really cheap when I did a few runs of 3D printed board games. That's another one to us. 1 more to us and we win. And I've got loads. I've got loads of these little dice. I probably haven't got enough as much as Pearcraft from his wedding. He had fucking loads of dice. Look at this! Oh my god! The perfect roll that we had against the shittest roll that he had. Look, double 6s, double 1s. Eat my shit, guard number 2. He's down, although we did take another hit. But still, that's alright. That's good going. That's good going. If you win, you climb the stairs. Turn to 54, and you know what? We can get rid of that picture of the guard now. We don't need to see him anymore, do we? We're going to turn to 54. Oh, that's really pleasing. That's really pleasing. You search the guardhouse and find 2 gold pieces and a merchant's pass, permitting the holder to trade in Port Blacksand. Taking your findings with you, you creep outside. The guard at the main gate does not see you, and you walk into the city. Okay, so we've got, let's add that to our thing. We've just picked up an additional 2 gold, and we've got a trader's pass. I'm sure that will be useful to us at some point. So we walk into the city. We turn to 74. Through the main gates, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cold. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely, with their upper stories overhanging menacingly. You may go west down Quay Street, head north along Market Street, or go east down Clock Street. Well, do you know what? We've got a trader pass, haven't we? So maybe we should go along Market Street. We'll get ourselves in with them. Good best friends with them. Yeah, all right. We're going to Market Street, 116. Walking north along the street, you see the entrance to a small herbalist shop to your left. Looking through the window, you see a wooden counter with a pair of scales upon it, and many sacks of different herbs crowding the floor. There is a small archway leading out of the back of the shop to another room. There is an open sign on the door, but the shop is empty. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 250. If you'd rather continue walking north up Market Street, turn to 93. I think we probably should enter shops. Last time, when we did Armies of Death, we were so focused, narrowly focused on our mission, we didn't do that much exploring, except for the pie eating competition. But we did that in hopes of recruiting Mr. Stomach, or whatever his name was. So this time, let's see if we can explore a bit more and maybe find some key items that are going to help us on our quest. So we'll go into the empty shop, see who's about. It does say it's open, so I don't think we're trespassing. Oh, we've got another picture, friends. Let's get it up for you. Where are we? Where are we? It's this one. It's this one. Bing! A small bell rings as the door opens, and a creature wearing a brown apron over his clothing hurries through the archway from the back room into the shop to stand behind the counter. He appears human-like, but has very ugly facial features and pointed teeth. You realise he's a crossbreed, half man, half orc. A sharp hand axe hangs from his belt to remind you that Port Blacksand is unlikely to be a friendly place in which to do business. Will you inquire about the herbs? Ask if the man-orc knows of Nicodemus, or attack the man-orc. Why would we just attack him? Right. Let's inquire about the herbs first. It's like, you know, you need to buy something if you want to use the toilet, you know. We'll ask him about the herbs, and then we'll see if he knows about Nicodemus, shall we? So I'm going to turn to 183. See what this half-man, half-orc can tell us. You're told that a smoking mixture and pipe costs 1 gold piece, and healing mixture costs 4 gold pieces per portion. You may buy some smoking mixture, buy some healing mixture, or leave the shop. I'm going to buy some smoking mixture. Turn to 366. It would be rude not to, and it's only 1 gold piece. And we're already 2 gold pieces up from the start, aren't we? What was that? 366. Says you. Smoking mixture. Oh man. I think it was a mistake. I thought maybe we'd be able to buy it and then ask him about Nicodemus. But having briefly read the next section, looks like we don't get that option. Never mind, there will be other people to inquire with. So, you pay for the smoking mixture and leave the shop. Outside, you pack your pipe with the smoking mixture and light it. The smoke is dark and tastes awful. You start to cough, and your chest is gripped by a terrible pain. Lose 2 stamina points. Oh my goodness. Already, look, already we're down to 10. Already we're down to 10. You're unable to stop coughing, so you sit down on the street and try to calm down. You slump down against a wall between 2 barrels, and gradually the coughing subsides. If you want to go back to the herbalist to complain, turn to 101. If you'd rather walk north again, turn to 93. Let's turn to 93. We made the decision. I'm not going to take it out on him. Alright, we bought it knowing full well that smoking's harmful to your health. Okay? What were we turning to? 93. I want to make sure we're at the right page, so I just quickly backtracking to make sure we are at the right page. 366, that's when we bought the smoking mixture. 93 is the one. Okay. On the right-hand side of the street, you see a tavern called the Spotted Dog. If you wish to enter the tavern, turn to 62. If you'd rather continue north, turn to 296. Let's enter the tavern. 62. Oh, and... oh my god, we're going through so much artwork today, guys. Another picture to show you. 62. This is the one. I quite like the eye in this. It's very nice. Here we are. The old wooden doors open into a dingy, smoke-filled room. There are 8 round tables in the centre of the room, with some of the most mean and shifty-looking rogues you've ever seen sitting at them. At the back of the tavern is a long wooden bar, covered with bottles and mugs. Behind the bar stands the innkeeper wearing a grubby apron. He's quite old, bald, and has an ugly black scar running down his right cheek. Not all the customers are human. Will we walk to the bar to talk to the innkeeper? Sit down at a table with 3 dwarfs playing a dice game? Sit down at a table with 2 goblins who are arguing? Or sit down with 3 men who are sticking daggers quickly between their fingers on the table? Or leave the tavern and walk north? We've got 5 options here. Let's talk to the innkeeper. Let's talk to Jeremy Innkeeper. 136. You walk over to the bar and order a drink. The old innkeeper scowls and tells you he doesn't serve people from out of town. He pulls a dagger from his belt and, stabbing it into the bar top, tells you to leave. If you want to fight the innkeeper, turn to 270. If you want to leave the tavern and head north, turn to 296. Okay, I know when I'm not wanted. We'll turn to 296. We're not going to start any trouble. Already we are on the guard's shit list. And we've broken out of jail. We left the tavern and headed north. Walking towards you down the street are 2 men wearing black robes, which cover them completely, except for their eyes. On seeing you, they nod at each other and draw their swords. They are thieves, hoping to rob you of your possessions, and you must defend yourself. Fight them one at a time. First thief has skill of 7, stamina of 7. Second has skill of 8 and stamina of 6. So we need 4 hits on the first one, 3 on the second one. Let's fight the thieves. Wish me luck, friends. Right, we're blue. They're red. We have 8 stamina. This one had 7 stamina. Wait, that was right, wasn't it? Yes. Second one has 8. Okay. We smashed him. 8 versus 4, plus whatever we're adding on for our skill. We rock it. So that's 1 hit. We need another 2 on him. Oh my god, look how close. Everyone's rolling high right now. Everyone's rolling, but we beat him though. That's 2. 1 more hit and this guy is gone. 1 more hit, this guy's gone. And we've got 9. He's got 10. But oh my god, wait. That's a draw then. Oh my goodness. Nothing happens on a draw. We must roll again. We must roll again. And he's got us there. That's another hit for us. Well, our first hit in this one. And that's another draw. Come on. I need to hit him. I need to hit him. Oh, wait, what's that? 9 versus 7. Another hit. So he's got 2 hits on us. We're going to need to take some provisions after this, I think. Right, boom. First one down. We took 3 hits, though. No, we took 2 hits. 2 hits? 3 hits. I think we took 2 hits, actually. So that is... fuck me. That's that done. And now we've got to fight another one. I think maybe it's a good idea to take one of our potions of skill in between fights. I'm assuming we're allowed to do that. I'm doing it anyway. That's going to put us back up to 16. Boom. On to the second dude. He has the same skill as us. 8. And he requires 3 hits. Oh, actually, that second thief required 4 hits. My bad. Let's roll the dice again. Just make sure he's dead. Well, that's another hit for us. We'll pretend I did it before the potion. We'll just say he's dead. Right. This one, we're evenly matched, so we just go on the dice. We got to beat him 3 times. 5 against 6. Damn it. Let's try again. That's 1 to him. That's 2 to him. Oh my goodness. We're getting fucked up by some thieves, guys. That's 3 to him. Oh my god. Come on, blue dice. Right. 1 to us. 3-1. We got to get him 2 more times. 2 to us. 1 more time, and we've had 3 hits. Boom. He's down. He's gone. Fuck me, though. 3 hits. That's back down to 10. We're not doing too good at this fighting, guys. We're not doing too good at this fighting at all. If you win, we did eventually, turn to 147. Fucking thieves, man. A search through the leather bags of the thieves produces 16 gold pieces. Nice. Let's add that to our total. What does that take us to? Takes us to 48. No, 47. Sorry, my bad, because we spent one, didn't we? And a glass vial containing a green liquid. If you wish to drink the liquid, turn to 338. If you'd rather just take the gold, I'm not going to drink a liquid I don't know what it is. It doesn't say I can take it with me though, so I'm just going to leave it here, I guess. Although if it asks me if we've got green liquid later, we'll say we have. But it doesn't say take it, so we'll assume not. We'll see what happens if we ever get that far. Turn to 105. We're just taking the gold. We are not drinking the mystery liquid. Most of the houses in the street are joined in a long terrace, but you see one on the left side that stands alone and is set back. There appears to be a large wooden kennel outside the heavy oak front door. If you wish to approach the front door, turn to 64. If you wish to keep walking north, turn to 304. I mean, does that strike you as curious that there's a large kennel there? Is that such a weird thing? I mean, let's just have another read. The house is alone, so it's not part of the terrace. It's a large wooden kennel. It's a heavy front door, but maybe they've all got heavy oak front doors. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Let's go to 304. I'm not just going to go to some random person's house. We'll go into taverns, we'll go into shops, but I'm not going to go knocking on somebody's door just because he owns a dog. No. You arrive at a four-way junction in the street. The street leading west is called Key Street, and the street leading east is called Clock Street. Ahead, you see that Market Street continues north, and a crowd of people are walking up it, cheering loudly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to follow them. Turn to 148. Oh, I will do that. Turn to 148. And it's more art. It's more art, guys. 148. 148. It's like a gallery today, isn't it? We've got it all going on. As you catch up with the chanting crowd, you see that they are carrying eggs and rotten tomatoes. Soon the street opens out into a large market square. All around the edges are stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the square is an elevated pillory. Above the noise of the crowd, a trumpet sounds, and the crowd start to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten food. An old woman standing next to you offers you 2 eggs to throw. Not wishing to appear to be an outsider, you take the eggs and hurl them, but as you do, the old woman picks your pocket without you noticing. Ah, bitch! Lose 1 gold piece or any one item you may have. Unaware of your loss, you walk away from the crowd to look at various stalls. Well, we'll lose 1 gold. I'm glad it gave us the choice. I know! This whole city is filled with these things. I don't know that she stole from me. I mean, I know, but my character doesn't know. But it's still bullshit though, isn't it? It's still bullshit. Okay, we'll look at the various stalls. We turn to 287. Look at this poor bastard as well. He's just getting pelted. Poor fucker. What does it say? It says, "Ye goody two shoes." Are they picking on this guy for not being a criminal? Is that why they're pelting him? Poor bastard. We're turning to 287. That's where we're headed. 287. 287. The food stores are selling fruit, vegetables, meat and hot soup. Corn and chestnuts for hungry shoppers. You may eat some food if you wish. Pay 1 gold piece to increase your stamina by 2 points. We should do that, actually. We should do that. Because we are up in gold and we are down in stamina. So let's keep on top of that. Walking north along the west side of the square, you see a man dressed in purple velvet playing a lyre. If you wish to stop and listen, turn to 3. If you'd rather walk past him, turn to 398. You know what? Let's have a listen. Let's have a little listen to his music, shall we? The man stops playing and tells you that he can bring you good fortune. For the sum of 3 gold pieces, he will sing you a song that will bring you luck. If you wish to pay the musician, turn to 37. If you do not believe him, you may walk to the next stall. Do you know what? We're ignoring luck anyway, so let's not pay him. In fact, let's spit at him. Have we still got one of those eggs? Let's shove it in his mouth and like punch him in the jaw or something. We're going to turn to 398. We're ignoring this guy because we're ignoring the luck mechanic. 398. That's where we're headed. Hopefully this isn't the end of our adventure just because we've ignored some street musician. 398? Yes, 398. It's another picture. Let's hide this one. Let's hide the pictures while I scroll to the one that we need to see now. Here we are. Here we are. Bing. A small circle of people is standing around a bare-chested man He's enormous, and his muscles look as hard as iron. He's asking the crowd for a volunteer to play catch with a cannonball. He states that whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other 5 gold pieces. If you wish to take him on at his game, turn to 378. If you'd rather walk on, turn to 52. Do you know what? Let's take him on. Let's take him on. Fuck you and your loincloth, man. 378. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. It's only 5 gold pieces if we lose, right? And maybe like a broken foot. Right. Roll 1 die alternately for yourself and for the bare-chested man to represent the cannonball passing between you. Repeat this process until a 1 is thrown, in which case the cannonball will have been dropped, and the loser must pay the winner 5 gold pieces. After finishing the game, you walk on a bit further. Okay, so it looks like whatever happens, the only ill effect we could possibly get is losing 5 gold pieces, right? So, let's roll. I'm just going to roll 2 dice at a time. I will be blue, he will be red, and whichever one gets a 1 first is the loser. It's him! He lost on the first throw! Fuck this guy! We got 5 gold pieces. Oh man, we started with 0. We're up to 50. Look at this. If getting gold pieces was the object of this game, I'd be happy. I'd be really happy, because we're fucking smashing it now. We turn to 52. Of course we can catch cannonballs. We're captain of a ship. Didn't he know? We hustled him. We hustled him is what we did. 52. And then he... Fuck off, loser. His picture's gone. You don't deserve to be here. Behind the next stall is a young man selling small weapons and items of equipment. The prices of his wares are chalked up on a slate. We can buy a throwing knife for 4 gold pieces, climbing rope for 2, butcher's meat hook for 2, iron spike for 1, and a lantern for 3. We already have a lantern. But I suppose if we'd chosen to maybe lose our lantern to the pickpocketing old lady, we could have. If you wish to buy some or all of the items, make the necessary adjustments to your adventure sheet. I'm going to buy all except the lantern, so it's going to be 4, 6, 8, 9 pieces of gold we're paying this guy. Let's update this. I think it's good to have this stuff, because you never know when you might need some of this random shit. So we've got throwing knife, climbing rope, meat hook, and iron spike. Throwing knife, rope, meat hook, iron spike. There we go. We've got hopefully some useful stuff and not like a load of red herrings there. And now we turn to 200. I mean, we're at least gearing up for when we finally meet like the big bad, right? In the next stall area is a small, brightly coloured tent. Attached to it is a small sign which reads, Madame Star, Clairvoyant. If you wish to enter the tent, turn to 394. If you would rather continue north, turn to 117. Do you know what? Let's make a day of it. We're in Port Blacksand. We don't come here very often. Let's see all the sights. Let's go in and maybe have our future told to us. 394, that's the one. Sitting behind a small table is a plump woman wearing bright yellow clothes and a shawl over her head. She smiles as you enter, bidding you to sit down. She tells you that a glimpse of the future will cost you 2 gold pieces. If you wish to pay to hear her predictions, turn to 368. If you'd rather carry on unaided, leave the tent and head north. I want to hear your predictions, crone. 368. 2 gold pieces it's going to cost us, right? So let's take that off our total now before we forget. And... looking into a crystal ball, she seems to go into a trance. She tells you that you are searching for a man, a wise man with magical powers. That's true, I am. I'm looking for Nicodemus, if you can remember. He pauses for a moment and then draws in a deep breath before going on to tell you that the man you're looking for lives in a hut beneath a bridge to the north. Oh man, Dumpsterfire would be so happy that he's in a hut. Fuck me. She warns you to be careful when approaching the man, for he does not welcome strangers. Then she looks away from the crystal ball and asks you to leave. Her face seems to be hiding something. Has she seen some dreadful fate awaiting you? You decide to leave the tent and head north. Turn to 117. Oh man, imagine if you'd have guessed 12 instead of 11 yesterday on Pop-Up Pirate, you would have had double the doubloons by now. You'd have double. Right. So we just need to be cautious when approaching Nicodemus. That's all I've got from that. Let's turn to 117. That's where we're headed now. At the end of the market, a street named Bridge Street runs north out of the square. You decide to walk down it in hope of finding the elusive Nicodemus. It starts to rain and the tumble-down houses huddled together on either side of the street look as they may need shelter themselves. Most have their windows boarded up and are empty. The door to one flaps noisily in the wind. If you wish to take refuge in the derelict house until the rain stops, turn to 188. If you'd rather press on ahead, turn to 31. let's peek our head inside, shall we? Let's peek our head inside. We're definitely gonna explore more in this adventure, and hope it doesn't lead to death. It's gloomy in the house, but you can make out the shapes of abandoned furniture. Litter and rubble is strewn all over the floor. You find a broken chair and slump down in it to rest. Suddenly you notice something slither across the floor, and before you can get to your feet, you see in the half-light that you are encircled by 6 snakes, each a meter long. If you wish to hack at them with your sword, turn to 253. If you'd rather make a dash for the door, turn to 15. It's 6 snakes. It's 6 snakes. It could be dangerous. It could mean death, because we're only on 12 stamina right now. I mean, I guess we can take a potion or some provisions. Fuck it. Let's hack at the snakes. 253. That's where I'm going. The snakes are not very tough opponents. Well, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. For a person trained in the arts of swordsmanship. Am I trained in swordsmanship? Let's find out. Treat them as a single creature. However, each attack round they inflict a wound on you, 4 points must be subtracted from your stamina score because of their poisonous bite. Fuck. Okay. So we basically take 3 hits from them and we're dead. But their skill is only 5 against our 8, and their stamina is only 5. So we just need to hit them 3 times. Right. Let's do it. Let's do it. The snakes are the red dice. We are the blue dice. Wish me luck, friends. Fuck me, look at that. Oh my goodness. Even with our increased skill, that is 1 hit on us. Fuck. Alright, so that puts us down to 8 stamina. Hit. Right, let's try again. Fuck me, look at that. How did they roll so good? I mean, I rolled it. I can't blame them. Can't fault them, really. Right. Let's try again. If we die, I am just going to take that potion. Boom. 1 to us. They got 7. We got 6. However, they've got 5 skill. We've got 8. That makes us the winner. If we get 2 more hits on them, we're alive still. Fuck. Alright, well, that's a death. But we're going to drink the potion. We're going to get ourselves back up to full. And carry on. We're going to carry on the adventure. We still need 2 hits on them. Come on, blues. Yes. Fucking snake eyes. That's appropriate, isn't it? Snake eyes, because they're snakes. Get it? Get it? Right, 1 more hit. And we've hacked all those snakes to death. 6 against 6. They add 5. I add 8. That's it. Snake's dead. Snake's dead, friends. Well done, Captain Rusty. Yay! If you win, you may leave the house by the front door. Turn to 75. Let's do it. I'm a bit gutted that 45 minutes in, we've used both our potions. However, we've still got 10 provisions. And you never know, we might be able to find or buy more potions. Perhaps we should have bought the healing herbs instead of the smoking herbs from that guy. What number were we turning to? 70 something. 75. 75 is where we're headed. Right. Outside, the rain has stopped, and you set off north again. Turn to 31. So there was no benefit really to going in the house, was there? Oh, and we've got another picture. We've got more artwork for you, friends, at 31. Let's get this up for you. Let's get this up. We get it up. Here we go. Images. Pow. Ahead, you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Various bits of rubbish are floating down to the sea on its black surface, and you squirm at the sight of a human hand passing by. The bridge supports and columns reach high above, and you see skulls, both human and non-human, tied to them. The wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying out for help. Almost hidden from view is a small flight of steps going down underneath the bridge from where you're standing. A one-legged man carrying a sack is crossing the bridge from the northern bank. If you wish to climb down the steps, turn to 329. If you wish to talk with the man, turn to 364. Well, we know, don't we, that Nicodemus lives under a bridge, in a hut under a bridge, right? So let's go down the steps. Let's go down the steps. Let's ignore the man, unless the man actually is Nicodemus, and then it turns out we've just missed him by like a second. 329, 329. Oh. It's another picture already. We've gone from picture to picture. It's a really good picture as well, actually. I really like it. 329. Here we go. You're going to love this. This is premium fantasy imagery right here. Look at this. This has got to be him, right? This has got to be Nicodemus. This has got to be the wizard. He looks like a fucking wizard. It's got to be our guy. The smell by the water's edge is terrible. Above, you hear the sounds of footsteps crossing the wooden bridge. Built into the foundations of the bridge is a wooden hut. Drawn curtains obstruct your view into the hut, but you know you are not welcome. When you read the words, "Keep out," painted on the door in large red letters, you draw in a deep breath and knock on the door. You hear muttering and the shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Before you stands a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long white robes. He looks at you sternly and says, "Explain yourself to Nicodemus." You're elated at finding Nicodemus and tell him about Zanbar Bone's reign of terror in the town of Silverton and why Owen Caroliff asked you to find his old friend to help them. Nicodemus frowns and walks back inside his hut, telling you to follow him. He sits down in a rocking chair and starts to speak in a calm voice. "I am old and tired and wish for no more adventure. I live here under the Sing Sing Bridge in Port Blacksand to escape the pleas for aid from people fallen on hard times, hence no one bothers me. But I do wish to help my old friend Owen. I will tell you how to defeat the Night Prince, Zanbar Bone. Listen carefully. Remember, you may defeat him only after sunset. In daylight hours, he exists on another plane. No doubt, he will have his servants to protect him, but should you get past them, you will need something special to deal with Bone himself. To protect yourself from his entrancing stare, you must have a white unicorn in the sun tattooed on your forehead." Really? "Normal weapons will not harm him. First, you must shoot him through the heart with a silver arrow. This will paralyze him, but not kill him. Then you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and lotus flower in his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. If your arrow misses, I'm afraid you will die the moment he touches you. The items for the compound can all be found in Port Blacksand if you search hard enough. I regret I cannot accompany you." Nicodemus then draws you a map of how to reach Zanbar Bone's guarded tower from Port Blacksand. He stands up, shakes your hand, and wishes you well. You leave his hut, climb the steps, and cross the bridge over Catfish River. Bridge Street continues north a short distance before ending at a junction. If you wish to walk west down Harbour Street, turn to 91. If you wish to turn east down Candle Street, turn to 238. So we've got a lot of information there. I think we should probably note some stuff down on our sheet. So Nicodemus gave us a map. He also told us we need a white unicorn. I'm gonna put some instructions over on the other side. So white unicorn tattoo. Then silver arrow in the heart. Because this we might have to remember to do this in order. And then black pearl, hag's hair, and lotus flower in his open eyes. So black pearl, hag's hair, lotus flower. There we go. We can almost see that. There we go. Right. I think that's what we need. That's what we're going to need to defeat him. Okay. I think I'm going to go to Candle Street. Because Harbour Street sounds like I'll just find fish and shit. Oh, unless I could get a black pearl there on Harbour Street. Ooh, yes. Actually, yeah. Let's go to Harbour Street. 91. 91. We're going down Harbour Street. I'm sure we'll get a chance to go to Candle Street. So, you pass a beggar in the street. He's sitting in the gutter and holds an empty tin in his hand. If you wish to toss a gold piece into his tin, turn to 332. If you'd rather walk past him, turn to 124. Do you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. We've got some good intel from Nicodemus. And we've got gold to spare, I hope. We're going to toss the man a coin and hope he doesn't rob us for the rest of it. So, now we turn to 332. The beggar tips his hat in gratitude and mumbles a few words. Add 1 luck point, we're not doing luck, before continuing west. Turn to 124. Alright, well, we didn't get anything out of it, but we can still feel good about it. We got that nice warm feeling in our heart. A narrow alleyway runs south off the street between two houses. If you wish to walk down the alleyway, turn to 326. If you'd rather continue along Harbour Street, turn to 180. I see no benefit in going down the alley. We will continue, because going down an alley sounds like a mugging to me. Ahead, you hear the noisy clatter of galloping hooves on the cobblestones. You hear the noise of wooden wheels and an urging voice, followed by the crack of a whip. Someone is rapidly approaching in a horse-drawn carriage. If you wish to see who it is, turn to 344. If you'd rather hide out of sight behind a barrel and watch the carriage pass by, turn to 34. Why would I hide? Who am I hiding from? Unless it's the guards that threw me in the dungeon earlier. But we've got no reason to believe that it's them. I'm going to turn to 344. I'm going to turn to 344. Oh, we've got another picture. I've just got rid of pictures. We've got another one for you, friends. 344, 344, 344. Here we are. Here we are. I hope you enjoy this artwork. You step out into the middle of the street and wait. Suddenly, a pair of horses come galloping into view, pulling on an ornate gold carriage. The driver sees you and, cracking his whip, yells, "Make way for Lord Azur!" If you wish to step out of the path of the oncoming carriage, turn to 58. If you wish to stay where you are, why would I? Why would I do that? Turn to 252. Well, let's step aside. I don't want to be knocked down and trampled by horses today. Thank you very much. As the carriage thunders by, the driver lashes out at you with his whip. What a dick! Lose one stamina point. You curse the driver of the carriage as it races out of view, rubbing your neck where the whip has raised a wheel. You set off west again. Alright, so we lost one stamina just for standing aside. Isn't that bullshit? I think that's bullshit. Turn to 171. Turn to 171 for more bullshit, I'm sure. Oh man, more pictures. More pictures. Let's bin this one off for a sec. 171. 171 is this wonderful piece. The street gradually starts to run downhill. The houses end at one called the Black Lobster, and the street opens out onto a quayside. A stone jetty runs out to sea, and tied to it is an old galleon. It's flying the Skull and Crossbones, and is probably one of the many pirate ships that anchor in Port Blacksand to offload their booty. Harbour Street turns right at the jetty and runs north parallel to the shore as far as you can see. If you wish to walk down the jetty to climb aboard the ship, turn to 399. If you wish to walk north up Harbour Street, turn to 78. I'm going to carry on north. I've got a little shopping list of things that I want. Oh, unless maybe the pirates have a black pearl. Maybe the ship is the black pearl. Who knows? Maybe it is worth just going to the ship. I don't want to sneak aboard and they think I'm an intruder and they want to kill me. But if I can go up there and go, hey, permission to come aboard, I'm happier with that. We're going to try it. We're going to try the pirate ship. See what happens, eh? 399. A rope ladder hangs down from the stern of the ship to the jetty. There is also a gangplank leading up to the side of the ship. If you wish to board the ship by climbing the rope ladder, turn to 87. If you wish to walk straight up the gangplank, 294. 294, I will go up the gangplank. Because again, I'm not trying to sneak aboard this ship. At the top of the gangplank stands one of the ship's crew. Not seeing you, he draws his cutlass and tells you to get off the ship. If you wish to walk back down the gangplank, along the jetty, and turn left up Harbour Street, turn to 78. If you wish to draw your sword to deal with this pirate, turn to 386. I'm getting off the ship. I'm not welcome here. I'm not about to kill a man just out of curiosity. Let's turn to 78. I'm sure we'll be able to find a black pearl somewhere. 78. 78. The street runs north along the quayside for a few hundred meters before arriving at a junction. If you wish to continue north up Harbour Street, turn to 256. If you wish to walk east along Clog Street, turn to 216. Let's keep going up Harbour Street for now. 256. We've done a lot of walking around Port Blacksand, haven't we, friends? The houses on the right-hand side of the street are small and weather-beaten. Old women sit outside on the front steps, cleaning fish and mending fishing nets. They are large and jolly, talking to each other and frequently rolling about, bellowing with laughter. The fishermen do not appear to be at home. The street and the quayside come to an end at a great iron anchor. You turn round and walk back towards the junction. If you wish to stop to talk with the women, turn to 320. If you wish to ignore them and walk straight back to the junction, turn to 369. Let's have a chat, shall we? Let's pass the time of day with them. It's friendly, isn't it? The jolly fishwire's plump cheeks are as round and shiny as red apples. You ask if they own any of the items you need, but they all frown and shake their heads together. Then one tells you that there is a tale that hags have been seen disappearing down sewers to catch rats for their stew pots. However, she has never seen a hag herself. You decide to leave the ladies, then walk back to the junction and turn left into Clog Street. So we've got a clue though. We've got a clue that we could go down the sewers and maybe find a hag, and from there get some hag's hair. Right, turn to 216. That's where we are continuing down Clog Street. Clog Street is very narrow and lined with terraced cottages and the occasional shop. To your left, you see what looks like a small boy lying face down on the cobblestones, groaning loudly. A hood is pulled over his head and you cannot see his face. A wooden hoop and stick lie by his side. If you wish to stop to help, turn to 72. If you'd rather walk on, turn to 317. It could be a trap. It could be an ambush. But maybe we should try and help the young boy, or at least put him out of his misery. Let's help the lad, shall we? Turn to 72. Please don't be a trap. As you bend down to help the injured boy, he suddenly rolls over and you see the flashing blade of a dagger before your eyes. The boy is in fact a goblin thief, and you must fight him for your life. His skill is only 5 and his stamina is only 4. We've got to beat him 2 times, and we outskill him by 3. Remember, the enemy is the red dice. I am the blue dice. 7 against 6. That's 1 hit to me. We need 1 more. He's dead. Maybe we'll find some loot on him. Sneak little fucking goblin thief. Fuck me. 8 against 4. Even with our skill, we don't beat him. That's 1 hit each. And then, boom. 8 against 7. Smashed it. He's dead. We've taken a hit. So that puts us down to 13 stamina. But I tell you what, we're going to take one of our provisions, which could recover 4. So it's going to put us back up to maximum. I think that's good. So we've defeated that goblin thief. We turn to 208. The goblin's pockets contain 2 gold pieces, a clove of garlic, and some old knuckle bones. Take what you wish and head east along Clog Street. Okay, I'm going to take everything. I've got room in my backpack, so 2 gold pieces takes us up to 40. What was it? Garlic? Clove of garlic and knuckle bones. I don't know what knuckle bones are. Are they like brass knuckles, but like made of bone? Turn to 317 to carry on along Clog Street. One of the shops to your left is a candle maker's. There are many different coloured candles burning brightly in the window. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 241. If you wish to continue east, turn to 280. Let's enter the shop. We're entering every shop we can. 241, 241, 241. Inside the shop, you see a tall, thin man with pointed ears and fair hair pouring hot wax from an iron pan into a mould. The candlemaker is an elf. As he turns to you to speak, you notice his slanted eyes, which are ice blue. For some reason, they appear very cold to you. He tells you that all his coloured candles cost 1 gold piece each. You may buy as many as you wish. He then asks if you would like to see one of his magic candles in the back room. If you wish to see one, turn to 63. If you'd rather leave the shop and head east, turn to 280. Do you know what? Let's like buy 1 coloured candle just in case. Add it to our list, and then let's look at his magic candles as well. We've got 1 coloured candle for 1 gold. Let's turn to 63 to see his magic candle. Is it just going to be his dick? Is it just come and see my magic candle? No, I don't want to. By then he's already locked the door. There's no escape for me. The elf leads you into a room lit by purple candles, which give a strange glow. You stand and stare blankly at the candles and drift off into a world of vivid dreams. While you're in this trance, the elf takes 2 items and 5 gold pieces from your backpack. Motherfucker! It was a trap! When you're awake, you have no recollection of the theft and leave the shop, thanking the elf for showing his beautiful candles. So we've lost 5 gold and 2 items. Well, do you know what? We're going to lose one of his coloured candles. Right, we're going to lose that. Fucking wanker. And let's lose the smoking mixture, shall we? I don't think we need that, right? There we go. Absolute bullshit. And we head east again. And we turn to 280. That's what we get for being inquisitive, I guess. Further along the street, on the left, is another shop. A sign outside reads, Ben Borryman, silversmith. Oh, he could have a silver arrow. If you wish to enter the shop, I do. Turn to 213. Let's go. Ben, have you got a silver arrow for me, my friend? A man wearing a white apron is sitting at a bench, busily polishing a silver goblet. There are several silver objects in a glass cupboard secured by an iron grill at the back of the shop. You may talk to him, attack him, or leave the shop. Let's talk to him. Why would we always attack everybody the first chance we get? No. Let's talk to the man. You ask Ben Borryman if he has any silver arrows for sale. He replies that he does not, but will make one for you at a cost of 10 gold pieces or 2 magic items. If you can afford his asking price, turn to 85. If you cannot afford to pay the price, turn to 42. I don't think we've got any magic items, do we? No, none of our items are magic. We did have one magic candle. If only we'd bought 3 earlier on. Oh no, we didn't even buy magic ones. We bought coloured ones. We can afford his asking price. Let's pay him the 10 gold and turn to 85. So that takes us down to 24 gold. And we are turning to 85, and he will make us a silver arrow. You pay the silversmith and wait patiently while he makes a silver arrow for you. Finally, he presents you with it and assures you that it will be completely accurate in flight. You thank him for his trouble and leave the shop. Outside, you set off east once again. So let's add the silver arrow to our thing. Silver arrow that we know we have to fire through the heart. And we're turning to 100, continuing east. You soon arrive at a junction. If you wish to turn north into Tower Street, turn to 127. If you wish to continue east into Stable Street, turn to 246. What things do we need? A black arrow, a house, and a lotus flower. I mean, we could feasibly find them anywhere on any street. They're just names, aren't they? Let's head north onto Tower Street, shall we? 127. See what they've got for us. Just ahead of you, 3 men are involved in a fight. The 2 younger men appear to be attacking an older man with iron bars. If you wish to help the old man, I will help the old man. Let's turn to 177. We won't even look at the other option. We've got to help this old boy. You draw your sword and rush to help the old man. He's lying on the ground and the other 2 men are beating him and trying to take his leather bag. You call out and they turn to attack you. They're robbers. First robber has skill 7, stamina 8. The second has skill 8, stamina 6. It's going to be a tough fight, I think. So we've got to get 4 successful hits on the first guy to take him out. He's 1 skill below us. We beat him on the first one. We matched on the dice, but we outskill him. That's 1 hit to us. 3 to go. 5 against 5 again, even on the dice, but we beat him again. That's 2 hits to us. 2 remaining to beat the first robber. And fuck me, he's just beaten us. Let's update our sheet now as we go. That takes us down to 14. But 2 more hits we require. We beat him on the dice. 1 more, he's going to be out. Let this be the one. Oh my god, look at these high rolls. Look at these high rolls. We beat him though. The first robber gone. Dead. Defeated. He's out. The second robber, equal skill to us, so we can just go on dice rolls now, but his stamina is only 6. So long as we beat him 3 times, we've got this. We've got this, friends. Fuck. Okay, 1 hit to him. That's us down to 12. 1 to us. 2 more. 2 more. Come on, blue. Come on, blue. Fuck me. He really meant that shot. Shit me. Okay. Oh my god, another one? Another one? Oh my goodness, we are taking some licks here, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're going to have to consume a whole lot of provisions after this. Right, boom, another one. We only need to do 1 more hit on him and we win the fight. And then we're going to take a load of provisions. Yes, there we go. He's dead. So we could take 3 provisions to get us back up to maximum health. Yeah? Let's do it. There we go. The fight is over. We saved an old man's life, I think. If we win, we did. We turn to 51. You walk over to the old man and help him to his feet. He's very grateful and offers to buy you a drink at a nearby tavern. If you wish to go for a drink, turn to 325. No, let's do it. Let's talk to the old boy, because I'm kind of curious what's in his leather bag. Maybe he'll show us, and then we'll rob him. Shall we do that? See if we can rob the old man. We saved him from one robbing, only to rob him ourselves. You follow the old man through the swinging doors of the Hog and Frog Tavern. He tells you to sit down at a small table in a corner, while he shuffles over to the bar to buy the drink. There are several shifty-looking characters sitting at nearby tables, but they do not seem interested in you. Soon the old man comes back to the table carrying 2 wooden mugs filled to the brim with cider. Once seated, he opens his leather bag and places 2 small pots on the table. He opens one and rubs the white cream in the pot on his wounds. He smiles and tells you he is a chemist by trade, and that you should rub some of the cream on your wounds too. You take his advice, and are surprised to feel the healing effect of the cream work quickly. Add 5 stamina points. After finishing your drink, you say goodbye to the chemist, leave the tavern, and head north. Well, do you know what? I'm gonna rewind a bit then. I'm gonna give myself a provision back. And I'm gonna take his healing. I think that's fair. Not cheating. It's not cheating. It's storytelling. Turn to 348. Tower Street makes a sharp turn to the right, going east between tall buildings. An iron bridge crosses overhead between 2 of the buildings, and you see movement on it. Small cloaked people are carrying laden sacks between the buildings, apparently in a great hurry. If you wish to call out to them, turn to 251. If you wish to walk under the bridge and continue east, turn to 30. I mean, why do I care? Let's carry on. We're walking under the bridge and going east. They're just going about their business. They're just going about their business, right? Tower Street soon ends at a junction, where it meets Stable Street running north and south. You decide to go north. Turn to 76. I will do. To your left, you see a large wooden barn set back from the houses. 2 horses are tied to a post outside the barn, and smoke rises from a crooked chimney on the top of its low, flat roof. If you wish to walk through the barn doors, turn to 25. If you'd rather continue north, turn to 115. Again, not really my business, is it? Last time we went into a random house. It was to take shelter from the rain, to be fair, but we were attacked by 5 snakes. So there's nothing telling me I need to go into the barn, really. I don't think we're going to find anything we need there, so I'm going to continue north. Turn to 115. Coming towards you as fast as he is able is a man in tattered rags with a ball and chain attached to his leg. He's exhausted and collapses in your arms. Are we on the right page? We are. He's exhausted and collapses in your arms. His face is dirty and unshaven. With great difficulty he manages to speak, saying, "Please, cut me free! The town guards are not far behind me. I've been locked in a dungeon for 2 years, but managed to tunnel my way out. I was robbed and unable to pay my taxes, so Lord Azur ordered I should be jailed for 5 years. Please help me." Well, I don't even need to read the options. We are going to help him, because those town guards fucked me. And when Lord Azur came by in his horse and cart, his driver whipped me in the face, and he didn't need to. So already, that's 2 reasons I'm going to help this guy, because we are definitely on his side. Farther up the street, you hear shouting voices, and then armed men come into view. If we want to cut his chains with your sword, yes, we do. We're turning tonight. We're not going to turn him over to the guards. You swing your sword with all your strength and bring it down on the heavy chain. Much to your surprise, it bounces off. Before you have time to try again, you're surrounded by 4 town guards who are pointing their pikes at you. Fuck. Will you tell them you've caught the escaped prisoner for them? Or offer them a bribe to let you and the prisoner go free? This is a tricky one, because we haven't got that much gold. And we are going to need it, I think. We're going to need that gold, aren't we? But I really don't want to turn this guy over, because he's going to suffer a really bad fate if we turn him over, isn't he? He's not going to have a good day. I'm not sure we can risk bribing, because either it's going to cost us all our money, more than we can afford, and we're not going to be able to get a black pearl or a lotus flower and whatever, or it's going to go the other way. We'll offer them the bribe and they'll attack us anyway. It's a shitty decision, but I think we're going to have to... I'm so sorry. I tried to help you, mate. We're going to turn him over. I feel really bad about it. You tell the town guards that you are a bounty hunter. They seem pleased that you have caught their wanted man. The chief guard walks over to you and hands you 5 gold pieces, saying, "This murderer won't escape again. Here's your reward." Oh. He then rejoins the other guards who are busy chaining up the escaped murderer. You decide to quickly head north in case the murderer tries to implicate you. Or, I mean, he was a murderer, apparently, allegedly. So maybe oh, no, up to 29, sorry, not 39. I don't feel that bad about it, but still, I really wanted to help the guy. It was bad luck for him. So we're continuing to head north. 222. On the right-hand side, the houses are separated from the street by a wooden fence with shrubs, trees, bushes, and flowers behind it. There is a turnstile in the middle of the fence, by the side of which is a sign reading Public Gardens. Entry fee, 1 gold piece. We're going to go in. We might be able to find a lotus flower in there. Let's pay our gold piece and go in. Oh my god, I think we are... I'm going to say we're smashing this right now, guys. We're getting what we need. We're going into the garden. Turn to 370. Turn to 370. Where are you at, 370? Oh my goodness. And I was just thinking to myself, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've had some art to look at. Except this work of art right here. Let's go 370. Here we are, friends. 370. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. You place the coin in the slot. And walk through the turnstile. Although the flowers and shrubs are not outstanding, you are nonetheless surprised that such a place exists in Port Blacksand. The gardens are not very large, extending back some 60 meters to where some houses back onto them. There are 2 paths to follow, one of which runs around the edge of the gardens, and one that leads directly into the center, where there is some topiary. Each shrub has been cut into the shape of an animal, and you decide to take a closer look. The path leads into a small paved area surrounded by the animal-shaped shrubs. In the middle, there is a stone plinth upon which sits a large earthen bowl containing lotus flowers. There is a painted sign which reads, "Do not pick the flowers." The gardener is nowhere to be seen and there is nobody else about. If you wish to risk picking one of the flowers, turn to 14. Yeah, I do. I do. Let's read one. There's nobody about. We can bluff our way out of this if somebody catches us, right? As soon as you pluck one of the flowers, you hear the noise of rustling leaves. 3 of the animal-shaped hedges have uprooted themselves and are closing in on you. Do you have a ring of fire? No. No, I don't have a ring of fire. Fuck. If you have, turn to 237. If not, turn to 191. Right, I'm going to put lotus flower on my list, though, before I forget. So we're missing black pearl and hag's hair. Otherwise, we're doing good on our little shopping list, aren't we? So we don't have a ring of fire. Where could we have got one of those, I wonder? Maybe from that barn. 191. You draw your sword to defend yourself against the advancing leaf beasts. They all attack you at once, seemingly trying to crush and smother you. Treat the leaf beasts as a single creature. Okay, their skill is 6. Their stamina is 6. We need to get 3 hits on them. We have 2 skill more than them. Wish me luck. So we've got 8 against their 9. That's 1 to us. Good, good. Let's keep rolling like that. I wouldn't mind if the red die rolled a little lower, if I'm honest. Fuck. That's not lower at all. So 1 hit to them. Another hit to us. 1 more wins the fight for us. 5 against 7. What was their skill again? 6. So they're on 11. And we're on 13. Wait, is that right? It's not right at all. Wait, they have 7. They have 7 plus 6. Is it? No. Why can't I do maths? 13. And we have 13. Right. Draw. Fuck me. Can't do simple maths, guys. There we go. That's another win for us. So we took 1 hit there. That puts us down to 14 stamina. But we won. And we got the lotus flower. That's the important thing. We now turn to 133 along Stable Street. The street ends at a junction with Mill Street, which runs east and west along the city wall. Looking east, you see a group of town guards marching towards you and decide to walk quickly west along Mill Street. On your left, you see a narrow lane, and ahead, see a young lad coming towards you, pushing a barrow laden with fruit. If you wish to walk down the lane, turn to 182. If you wish to buy some fruit from the barrow boy, turn to 160. Actually, maybe we could buy some fruit, and that will put our stamina back up. We'll try and keep hold of the provisions for, like, the end game or something, yeah? Let's buy some fruit. Hope it's not poisoned. The boy puts down his barrow and asks you what you would like to buy. He recommends his plums as being particularly refreshing. If you wish to pay 1 gold piece for a bag of plums, turn to 211. If you wish to buy a bag of red apples for 1 gold piece, turn to 242. Let's buy the plums. Let's buy the plums. So that's one gold piece. 27. And we'll turn it to 211 for the plums. The plums are sweet and juicy and taste delicious. Add 1 stamina point. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. You wipe your mouth with the back of your hand and continue west. Down to 307. So I guess we're not going down that alley then. Oh, more art. 307. 307. I swear, it probably takes me longer to get ready for one of these streams than it does to actually do it. I'm surprised we haven't died by now. We're normally at, this is like the threshold. This is the point of the stream where we normally die. I don't think we've ever made it more than an hour and a quarter before, yet here we are. Here we are, friends. We're doing it. Are we doing it, though? I hope we're doing it. So, walking towards you along the street are 2 huge guards wearing the black uniform of Lord Azur. As they get closer, you see their trolls, brutal mercenaries employed by Lord Azur as Imperial elite guards. To your right, there is a tree which reaches almost to the top of the city wall. If you wish to risk walking past the trolls, turn to 290. If you wish to climb the tree in order to get over the wall, turn to 11. I don't think I need to escape them, do I? I don't think anyone's looking for me, are they? I mean, they're just walking this direction, right? I'm going to turn to 290. Unless they're looking for trouble, in which case they found it. You try to walk nonchalantly past the trolls, but they suspect something odd about you and call you over to them. They ask you where you live, and you reply that you're in Port Blacksand on a trading mission. The trolls laugh scornfully and ask to see your pass. Haha, if you have a merchant's pass, I do. Turn to 219. How lucky. I don't even remember where we got that, but we've got it. The larger of the 2 trolls tells you that his name is Sourbelly, and it's his duty to track down unwelcome visitors to Port Blacksand. He looks at the pass and says, "You don't look like much of a merchant to me. Are you one of those fancy folk who've been attending the spice sales in Pepper Street?" If you wish to answer yes, turn to 150. If you answer no, turn to 393. I don't want to answer no and rouse his suspicions more. I think let's say yes. Yes, I sell spices, my good sir. I'm going to turn to 150. Oh no. That was a mistake then. The troll bursts out laughing and says, "Fooled you, there isn't a Pepper Street in Port Blacksand." His face folds into a sickly grin, and he tells you that you're under arrest for being in Port Blacksand without authorization. He tells you that he's feeling generous, however, and offers you a choice. You can pay a fine of all the gold in your backpack and be thrown out of the city, or spend a year with rats and cockroaches in a dirty dungeon cell. The other troll bursts out laughing and says, "Generous? Sourbelly, you've got such a sense of humor. If you wish to pay the fine and be thrown out of the city, turn to 367. If you wish to resist arrest, turn to 73. I think we're going to have to resist arrest, aren't we? We can't leave the city. We've got to get the shit to be able to defeat Zambar Bone. Oh my god, right. We're going to have to turn to 73 and maybe fight our way out of this then. You draw your sword and stand ready to fight the trolls. They seem pleased that you're going to give them a chance to practice their beloved sport of killing humans and advance toward you, swinging their battle axes. Sourbelly snarls and says, "Stand back, fat nose. Let me deal with this dog alone." Fight them one at a time. So, if I win, I turn to 110. I can escape after killing Sourbelly by throwing my shield at Fat Nose and running off west, and I lose a skill point. Thing is, they have higher skill than me. This is the first time in this adventure we've come up across something that has a higher skill than us. And they've got plenty of stamina. So Sourbelly is skill 10 against our 8, and his stamina is 11. And Fat Nose is 9 and 10. I think if we kill Sourbelly, we should try and escape and take the hit of the skill point. Okay. Let's do it. 10 against 8. Red dice against blue dice. We've got to hit him. We've got to beat him 6 times to take his stamina down. So we've got, well, he's beaten us. That's one hit. One hit on us. Takes us to 13. What's that? 7 again. He's beaten us again. Oh my goodness. We're going to get killed by Sourbelly. We beat him. We beat him. Let me just keep a note elsewhere of this. Oh my god, he's beaten us again. This could be the end of us, friends. This could be the end of us. 7 against 5. His skill was 10. That makes it a draw then, because my skill is 8. Bollocks. Right, so 7 against 6. He beats us again. He beats us again. We're down to 7. Oh my goodness. This could be it, friends. This could be the end. He's beaten us again. Oh my god. I can't believe we were doing so good. We were doing so good. We beat him though. We beat him. How many times did I say we had to beat him? 6 times. 6 times I said we had to beat him. It's not looking very likely. Not looking very likely, because 3 more hits and he's beaten us. I think we'll probably spam our provisions. He's beaten us again. He's beaten us again. We beat him. Right. Halfway there. Halfway through his health. My god. Why did we have to... Why didn't we just say we were someone different? 8 against 7. He still beats us, though. He still beats us, doesn't he? Because that makes ours 16. It makes his 17. Fuck. Okay. We're down to 1. 1 more hit, guys. 1 more hit and we're dead. Six against 5. That's it. That's the hit. That's us dead. But let us consume 4 of our provisions while we're dying. While we're falling to the ground, we suddenly go, nom, 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 nom. We're like Popeye eating the spinach, and we get back up. Right? We still got to beat him 3 times. That's 1. That's 1. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Sour Belly will fall by my hand today. That one was a draw. Oh, fuck me. Look at that. We need to be rolling really good. And another one. Oh, God. Can you imagine, again, after getting our health all the way back up to the top? That happened to us in... Which one was it? With the dragon? I don't remember. Another one down. Another one down. 1 more. We need 1 more success against Sour Belly, and then we are escaping. Okay? That's not a success at all. And that will do it. He's gone. We did it. We did it. But we can escape and lose 1 skill point, so that would put our skill down to 7. It's not the best, especially because, like, these guys aren't even a boss. Can you imagine when we get to Dan Barbone? Although, maybe we don't need to fight him. So long as we've got the unicorn tattoo on our face, the silver arrow through the heart, and the mixture rubbed into the wound, or into his eyes, sorry, maybe we won't need a high skill when we face him. Okay. So we're going to escape. We're going to turn to 239 to escape. And we've lost 1 skill point. Fat Nose, though, he's not going to be dead, though, is he? He'll still come after us, I'm sure. Behind you comes the sound of running feet. You look round to see a group of town guards chasing after you. As you stop to think where to run next, boy runs out of house and shouts, "Follow me!" You have no better plan in mind, so you run after him. The boy races down to the bottom of Mill Street and turns left into Goose Street. He stops at a cart laden with hay and starts to talk frantically to the kind-faced old man, saying, "Uncle, uncle, this brave person killed Sour Belly. We must help him to escape." The old man speaks calmly to the boy, saying, "Indeed, we owe our friend a favour. Quick, jump into the cart." You climb into the cart and cover yourself with hay. You lie completely motionless as you hear the running guards approach. They stop to speak to the old thatcher, but he sends them running off down Goose Street. After they're gone, he whispers to you that he will take you to safety. You hear him climb onto the cart and urge his horse into a slow trot. The cart bounces noisily along the cobbled street, but you feel comfortable in the hay. The cart stops and starts a few times, and you hear questioning voices. About half an hour later, the cart stops again, and the thatcher calls out, "You can come out now." You poke your head out of the hay and are surprised to see that you're on the edge of a wood. To the west, you can see the daunting shape of Port Blacksand. You jump out of the cart and thank the thatcher for his trouble. He says goodbye to you and wheels his cart around to return to Port Blacksand. Do you have all the items required to slay the Night Prince, and have you been tattooed? No. If you have, turn to 201. If you're missing any of the items and have not been tattooed, turn to 299. We will turn to 299 and see what happens. It would be extremely dangerous for you to enter Port Blacksand again, especially as many of the town guards would recognize you. There's nothing else you can do but make the long walk back to Silverton to report that you have failed in your mission. Well, isn't that a shame, friends? Isn't that a shame? We did really, really good there, though. We did really, really good. I think next time we do one of these, we are going to do this one, but perhaps we will have a little rewind of time. Yeah? We'll rewind time a bit to the point where we met these two troll guards and see what happens if we take the other option. So we'll rejig our stats and our equipment a little bit at that point, but I think I would love to come back to this. I think we will definitely come back to this and see what could have happened if we'd make that other choice. What do you think? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. It's a good idea to me. So we'll have to retire there. We failed. It's okay. We're used to it by now doing these books, but if you will, come with me now. Come and say hi to ZK. As everyone knows, this guy's the absolute homie. So come and say hello with me, friends. Probably just me, and you're probably already there, actually. Anyone who might already be here. But we'll go say hello. Thanks for coming along for story time. And we'll catch you next time, friends. All right? Bye, 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 Z's.